Thank you so much for having me here. I am deeply honored and privileged to be here with you. My husband and I have been supporting the habitat up in the Boston area for many, many years. And so when I started researching people who thrive, people who make a good living, protect their passion, like they know it's sacred and it's not negotiable and they're conscious about that, they shared with me some of the things that they do, some of the ways that they think that helps them thrive. All right? So let's take a look at what those folks do, the secrets of thrivers. And the first one is regularly taking a temperature, being aware of the fact that there's a pot and there's the way we think and our passion in protecting that, as well as having a thermostat. You know, thank you for being so self-confessional, Michael, about, how it gets kind of frustrating sometimes. And thrivers have a thermostat. They only get so upset about anything. Once it gets to that point, they back off. They don't let themselves get all wound up. Second one here is my favorite. They do the frog kick. People who are thrivers will look at me and say, I just love doing a job well. The sheer pleasure of doing something really well. Trammell Crow, but some of you might know that name, an international developer. He always said, it's about the love. It's as simple as that. It's about loving doing something well. All right, I had an administrative assistant, and she said, I just love taking something and making it better. You can always do it better. I had one woman, she was a nursing recruiter, and she said, it wouldn't matter what I did, Sharon, I just like doing my job well. It's the sheer pleasure and pride of doing a job to the best of your ability. Reaching out to people genuinely, all right? Reaching out to people genuinely. What I saw in the thrivers was that they made real relationships, real connections, being committed to growing, being committed to seeing others grow in whatever ways are presented to you. All right, it might be growing with some contact that you have. You may learn something new. You may experience something different. You may mature in a certain way. And I'm well into my 50s, so I know maturity still happens, right? So at some level, we're either growing or we're not. Committing to growth. Spread enthusiasm. In the group this morning, they were talking about how contagious enthusiasm is. Someone was talking about the 4 stars, and we're going to try and get 4 stars every time we do this next project. And the staff at the affiliates were getting all wrapped up. They were getting excited about, we can't do that because that might not get us the 4 stars. So this sense of enthusiasm is contagious, and being committed to spreading that in subtle ways as well as more grand ways, in the moments, in that 2.5 feet in between you and anyone else. So being committed to spread that, and not letting that thinking get Mr. Grumpy. I can't do that. This economy is that's why we can't. But to look at where are we going to look back on? When in 10 years, how are we going to look back on 2010 and say, gee, remember then? We were struggling with a really tough economy. Florida was suffering worse than other states. And look how we turned that around, man. That's something to be proud of. In 10 years, you're going to be here and you're going to be talking about it. But what is it that we're going to do? How can we get excited about that now? So just to kind of pull this all together, the keys to keeping that water a temperature where your passion can thrive and do the frog kick and be enthusiastic, be excited, is to pay attention. All right, someone had mentioned during the lunch talk today that good is the enemy of great. Well, not paying attention is the enemy of passion, because as human beings, we tend to have our temperature go up 1 degree at a time. So we have to be alert. We have to pay attention. And stay open. Really make a commitment. Make a decision to stay open-minded. One of the things I saw in Thrivers is they're grateful for where they are and what their lives are doing for them in that moment. All right? And not only just feel that gratitude, but look for creative ways to express it to others. And notice, hey, thanks a lot for really pitching in with us on that. We really appreciate it. And I know that I'm speaking to the choir on that. But oftentimes we have a tend to forget. We can easily forget, or not as often as we could, show that appreciation, show that gratitude. And one of the things that is important too is, as leaders of your affiliates, look for things to look forward to. Have events or goals or ideas or special activities that people look forward to keep looking forward, all right? And then finally, all in baby steps, thriving 1 degree at a time, all right? Getting that temperature 1 degree at a time back to that comfortable place where you can kick your feet and you can swim and you can have a big smile on your face and you can spread that enthusiasm. So this idea of passion, it comes from within. It's a gift. It's sacred. Cherish it, protect it, and take good care of it. So I want to thank you all for having me here tonight. I really enjoyed my day today. Looking forward to tomorrow, and always enjoy being around the hearts and the eyes of Habitat for Humanity. Good work to all of you. Thank you so much.